and welcome to another edition of The Week That Was, a weekly program where week after week we review the headlines of the past week. All the headlines are taken from the Voice of Goa Herald. In the week 28 December 2022 to 3rd January 2023, when we turn the page to start a new year, we had the following major stories. One was Nirbhaya 2.0 happening in Goa. Another story was to do with the eve of the new year and the new year, that is the drinking and fights by tourists on the beaches. And the major dominant story of the week, the Mhadei debacle, and the question that everyone is asking is the diversion of the water a new year gift to the government of Karnataka and the people? So to discuss these and other stories, I have with me Mr. Avid Bagle, who is the editor of Dainik Herald.
Namaskar.
Welcome to the show. So we pick up on December 28th, which was a Wednesday, and banner headline which read, Nirbhaya 2.0 shockwaves as Goa shames India with another rape on a bus in the heart of Panjim. Now this was shocking to most people because the incident happened in the heart of the city, and although it may have been late, generally Panjim proper is seen as a safe city. Now this has many similarities with the rape that took place in Delhi, and the question that Herald is asking is there no fear of the law?
This is unfortunate incidents has happened. We cannot do anything about it now. But we must analyze the thing in a broader perspective. Why there is no fear of the law?
Yeah.
That is a question.
Yeah.
I'll take you back to pre-liberation era. In the pre-liberation era, if any cop, in those days the cops were there, who were traveling in a jeep.
Yeah.
If cop is traveling in any village, the village was become silent. Everybody was stand still. So that was the respect the policeman was getting in those days.
Yeah.
Now if you see on the road, traffic police wala stands there, but still the violations are going on.
Yeah.
This is a current situation.
Yeah.
With regard to such kind of crimes, government must stop interference in policing. Policing is an activity which should be done independently.
Yeah.
Because these Indian police service officers, they are trained how to tackle with such kind of crime, how to maintain law and order.
Yeah.
They are trained for that.
Yeah.
So political interference should be minimal. I'll give you one more example. From a pair name, there was one person called Lakshman Gondali, who was retired as a ASI, but most of the time he was a Havaldar. He was Havaldar in CID. Surprisingly, his neighbor also don't know that he was working in police.
Yeah.
Now what has happened, there was a total political interference. Today the police is working on a police station. Another month he is working on the coastal police. Another month he is working in CID. Another month he is working in SIT.
Very much.
So there is no consistency. You must keep certain people for number of years at the same police station, because they know the people, they know the elements.
Yeah.
So the local intelligence also depend on the length of their service, because they can build their intelligence for such type of crime. Who are such elements at the time of New Year or at the time of festival, who are surfacing, they keep eye, because they know each and every person from that city.
Very much.
So to avoid such incidents in future, government must give a free hand to police department. There should not be any kind of interference, including transfers. I am repeating.
Yeah.
There should not be any interference. Then only the policing job will be easy, because these officers are trained to deal with that.
Yeah.
We are not using them. We are just passing on the orders.
Yeah.
Politicians or the government should not pass orders on police department, at least publicly. Internally you can direct them, but not publicly, because you must give them free hand, because they are the person who maintain the law and order.
Yeah. So as you say, the fear of the police
Yeah.
will be one of the major elements which will reduce
Yes.
crime.
Yes.
Okay. Then moving on to 30th of December, another headline in the Herald reads, India's second longest cable-stayed 8-lane Zuari bridge, of which 4 lanes were thrown open, and this was done by the Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Sri Nitin Gadkari. Now, the approaches from Bamboli to Verna were thrown open for vehicular traffic from Thursday night. Now, this bridge is the focus of attention because it's just not any other bridge, because preceding the inauguration, there was a big ruckus, and there was several people, several tourists, several locals who missed, who got caught in the traffic jam and missed their flights.
Yes.
And this was one of the major problems that engulfed the state. It became front page news because of the intense traffic jams where people had to be in the traffic for at least 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. I don't know why they have delayed the inauguration of the first lane of the Zuari bridge, because it was almost ready a week back.
Yeah.
Before the inauguration, official inauguration,
Yeah.
a week back it was ready. I don't know why it was delayed.
Yeah.
If you recollect the old Zuari bridge,
Yeah.
which is in a depleted condition right now,
Yeah.
it was thrown open by none other than Kiran Bedi. She was a police officer then in Goa.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be inaugurated later,
Yeah.
but by looking at the traffic congestion and everything, she forced the traffic to pass on that bridge, and it was inaugurated unofficially.
Yeah.
So it should have been, they should have avoided that. Secondly, the thing is that this is a much larger issue. When common man is facing problem, inflation, unemployment, uncertainty, and the failure of the law and order
Yeah.
mechanism,
Yeah.
to divert their attention, always whoever in a ruling party, they organize festivals, they organize party, they organize their tours, and now the new idea is celebration by visiting a bridge. I don't know what is the pleasure the one is getting by just visiting a bridge
And taking
by taking
selfies.
selfies. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. They should have done in better way. If you are allowing a people to take a selfie, fine. Then you must plan for where their vehicle will be parked.
Yeah.
Because from if you see from Bambolim till Verna, before Verna towards Panji side, 2 kilometers, there is no parking place.
Yeah.
Road is just 2 lane.
Yeah.
So 1 lane if you give for parking, no, it will be again congested.
Yeah.
So that idea of taking selfie, no, was very bad
Very
in
bad,
the
because the haphazard parking
Yes.
of the vehicles led to the traffic jam.
yeah, traffic jam.
That is what the authorities are not admitting.
Government sponsored fiasco.
Okay, and then we come to the major story of
Yeah.
this week, which is continuing into of the last week, and which is continuing into this week, and much of newsprint and television coverage has gone to this Mhadei issue. Now, the headline which Herald carried on 30th of December was, Karnataka gets double engine New Year gift of diverted Mhadei water. Another double engine state, Goa, deprived of its rights.
Yeah.
Now, in this, basically, the Central Water Commission has cleared the diversion of 1.72 TMC water to Khalasa Dam and 2.18 TMC from the Bandura Dam.
Yeah.
Now, this directly has an impact on the water that will come to Goa, and the very existence of Goa, large parts of Goa, whether it is the nature, whether it is the irrigation, or whether it is plant and wildlife, this totally depends on Mhadei, such that all the politicians have regularly mouthed the slogan that Mhadei is the mother of Goa, and therefore we will fight for it.
Yeah.
But the question is that this decision has been taken. What are the implications? We will know very soon. But the claim that Karnataka is making is that this is for drinking water needs.
Yeah.
Whereas there is a suspicion that it is to irrigate cash-rich crops and not for drinking water.
I'll tell you, I'm taking much time for this. I'll explain you the whole thing for our viewers.
Yeah.
The Mhadei terminology what we are using is totally wrong. We must use Mandovi. Then the common people will know which is that river. Mhadei, many people are thinking some different river in Karnataka, they are doing something and it is related to Dudh and all that, it will not affect. Mhadei means it is known as Mandovi.
Yeah.
Government must do the Mandavi Bachao first. First word you must use Mandavi Bachao. Then the total public will know it is something to do with this river,
Because
which
they
is
see
flowing.
it day in and day
Yes,
out.
yes. Secondly, when we are talking about river, in Karnataka side there is no river in existence, I tell you. There are three tributaries.
Yeah.
One is Kalsa, one is Bhandura and one is Haltara. Three nalas are there which are jointly coming and they merge themselves and it becomes a Mhadei in Sattari and Khadepar area.
Okay.
So it is known as Mandavi in our side of the Goa.
Yeah.
So what are the mistake government had committed? I will explain you in later. First of all, we must salute a gentleman who is serving in Indian Army right now on a post of major.
Yeah.
He is Sri Hari Kukji.
Okay.
Sri Hari Kukji first fight a legal battle against the diversion of this water.
Okay.
He fight because government has cut the reserve forest
Okay.
at Kankumbi.
Yeah.
So he filed a petition. Later on he withdraw it and he joined Indian Army. That is a different story.
Yeah.
So the plan of diverting this water to Hubli Dharwad area
Yeah.
was an older plan. It's
Okay.
not new plan.
Okay.
And if you correctly remember, even the Central Water Commission has given a note for diversion some 15 years back.
Okay.
Then Goa government objected it and it was withdrawn.
Okay.
But the thing was that despite Supreme Court has given a order that status quo should be maintained.
Yeah.
Status quo should be maintained.
Yeah.
On Mhadei Bachao and Goa government joint petition, Karnataka government had started construction of some dam neck structure to divert the water. So what they are doing, I'll tell you. The water is coming towards Goa.
Yeah.
They just block it. Just block it, nothing else.
Yeah.
Naturally, it is flowing towards Malprabha. Malprabha is a different river,
Yeah.
which is also flowing from that area. It is going towards Hubli and Dharwad.
Okay.
Hubli Dharwad area is a sugar cane belt. It demands some more water, and
Yeah.
currently Hubli, they are supplying the water from elsewhere, from the tankers, or they are pumping from the another part of their Karnataka, and they are supplying to Hubli and Dharwad.
Okay.
So the drinking water problem is in existence for last 10-15 years. It is in Hubli.
Okay.
And one more addition to that, there is a election in Karnataka this year.
Yeah.
So obviously, to satisfy a need of North and Northeast Karnataka to get those votes, the ruling party in Karnataka will go ahead with this Mhadei plan, diversion plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we look at what is the official reaction of the government with regard to this decision, because as some people have already said from the opposition that they saw it coming and they were in the know about it. Now the Water Resources Minister,
Yeah.
that is of Goa, Subhash Shirodkar, has said that this decision is slightly partial towards Karnataka,
Yeah.
the decision of the CWC.
Yeah.
And he has like the government has done, he has called on the central government decision to approve the DPR to divert the Mhadei water as one-sided,
Yeah.
or to divert the Mandavi
Yeah.
water as one-sided. Now there is a lot of politics in this,
Yeah.
but we'll take the government view.
Yeah.
Yesterday there was a meeting of the state cabinet that
Yes.
is on
Yeah.
2nd of January,
Yes.
and they have demanded the immediate revocation of the clearance which has been given to
Yeah.
Karnataka's DPR. And the second thing is they have said that they will constitute a Mhadei water management authority. They will demand that the
Yes.
center
Yeah.
constitute this.
Yeah.
And 3rd of January, that is today, the BJP has held a party meeting,
Yes.
and they have also asked for revocation of this clearance which has been given, and they said that they will encourage the BJP supported local bodies, that is the panchayat and the municipality level,
To take the resolutions.
to take resolutions so that the clearance is withdrawn. And second is that they are asked to do a signature campaign urging the Prime Minister, urging the Home Minister, the Water Resources Minister and JP Nadda, that is the party president, to withdraw this clearance.
I'll tell you, this mobile is belong to me. Suppose tomorrow you claim this mobile belong to you. Whether I will say, we will appoint one tribunal and he will decide. I say, no, it's belong to me.
Yeah.
The first mistake Goa government has done, they have agreed to set up one tribunal. When the tribunal is set up, it is but natural that you agreed that Karnataka also has a right over that water.
Yeah.
You agreed in principle.
Yeah.
When you gone for tribunal,
It is implied.
that is implied. So the question is, how much water the Goa will get, how much water the Karnataka will get, and how much water the Maharashtra will get.
Yeah.
The tribunal has given the verdict.
Yeah.
3 states have challenged those verdicts in Supreme Court.
Yeah.
That is lying in Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Based on that verdict, one Mhadei water authority was supposed to be constituted
Yeah.
to implement that verdict. When verdict it is challenged by all 3 parties, how the central government will constitute an authority? They can't. Because it is in court, sub judice, matter is sub judice.
Yeah.
So they will not constitute the authority.
Yeah.
So the thing is that Karnataka is going ahead with their plan,
Yeah.
and we are only looking helplessness towards court.
Yeah.
The one, if I think if the BJP leaders in a state are so strong, they should have told their central leadership, please tell our BJP Karnataka counterpart
Yeah.
to stop those work.
Yeah.
It is out of court they must act now.
Yeah.
Because court it will take a long time.
Yeah.
You can put now the interference petition.
Yeah.
Interference petition you can put,
Yeah.
or the different additional petition you can put. The Karnataka is not honoring the status quo
Yeah.
order, because so many times they have not honored.
Yeah.
So many times the Supreme Court has given warning to them.
Yeah.
But I think they are least bothered about everything. They are going ahead with their plans.
Yeah.
Today, the Karnataka Water Resource the minister, he was in Belgaum area. What he said,
Yeah.
he will start that work within a month and complete within a year.
Okay.
Otherwise, he will change his own name. That is an open challenge he has thrown.
That shows his confidence.
Confidence. So, when the tribunal was set up, it was agreed by us that the some water is belong to Karnataka.
Yeah.
They will claim that the same water we are taking. Who will measure how much water they are taking? Because everything is happening in their territory.
Yeah.
It is not in our territory.
Yeah.
So we cannot officially do the thing unless the central agencies monitor the thing. And monitoring the water is very difficult, because you can monitor at Kankumbi. What about the Degaon? What about the Krishnapur? Anywhere they can divert, because the topography is such,
Yeah.
you cannot monitor the whole stretch at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Okay.
And the thing is that the government called for cabinet meeting and the MLS meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
What mistake government has done, you have very well right to decide on cabinet, your stand,
Yeah.
the ruling party stand, but you don't spell out Unless and until that
you have met everybody.
Met everybody. At late evening you would have spell it out. Because of that, this opposition MLA got hurted. You already decided what is remain. You decide what decision you are taking. You are going to only impose on us. So there is no say.
They have boycotted.
So they boycotted. It is a natural thing. The government should have kept quiet till late evening. Let all meetings get over. Then final briefing they should have done it.
So they are boycotting, and they are saying that we will not be part of the all-party delegation which is supposed to meet the Prime Minister.
They are not taking the all-party delegation. If you remember, when Digambar Kamath was the opposition leader who is now in BJP camp, and Manohar Parrikar was the chief minister, at that time, same thing was happened. They constructed some concrete wall on the mouth at Kankumbi, and they diverted the water. Then at that time, Atmaram Nadkarni, then Additional Solicitor General, was representing Goa before Supreme Court. So he brought a stay order, and everything remains status quo. At that time in assembly there was a debate, and it was demanded that you take a all party delegation to Prime Minister. Parrikar said, I am capable enough to convince my leadership. There is no need. So same stand again the government is taking. The chief minister and the water resource minister will go to Delhi, meet the Amit Shah, meet the Narendra Modi. They will convince them, and they say that there is no, if at all need arises, then we will take the all party delegation. Need arises means what? There is a need.
Then there is, in one of the opposition press conferences with regard to Mhadei, a statement was made by Mr. Vijay Sardesai, who is the convener of the Goa Forward Party. He said that the chief minister was already in the know about Karnataka's DPR, because they have filed a petition before the Supreme Court, before the central government, that whatever communication Karnataka makes to the central government, a copy of that has to be given. Now, whereas the chief minister has said that they did not get a copy of the DPR, the leader of the Goa Forward Party, Mr. Vijay Sardesai, has said that the chief minister was already in the know, and that he is just playing the game of his political party and playing to the tunes of the central leaders, because he has circulated a copy of that letter talking about a DPR which has been sent to the resident commissioner of Goa.
No. What Mr. Sardesai is telling is old DPR. It was of 2020. That DPR was prepared and it was circulated. But currently what DPR they have done is totally different DPR. It is based on the Mhadei Water Dispute Tribunal's verdict. They have revised that DPR. So Chief Minister is right. What Chief Minister is saying is right. Is not playing a political game. What the revised DPR Goa government has not yet received. They have asked now. The revised DPR, they must get it. After studying that DPR, they will know from where this Karnataka they are diverting the water, how much water can be diverted. But yesterday some people have visited that site. Some journalists also, some social activists also. They come to know that already the diversion has taken place. So there is no scope now. Only we have to approach to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court may send somebody to inspect. They will prepare a report, and after that the action will be initiated. But already diversion has taken place. That is a reality.
Then moving on to January 1st, that is as we enter the new year, there was a symbolic protest against the old Goa bungalow at Lohia Maidan. Now, in this symbolic tradition that is there in Goa is that there is a burning of the old man. We say that all the evils and bad things which happen, we burn it symbolically in the form of the old man, and we hope that a new year will be good for everyone. Now, in this connection, something which may have gone into the recesses of history as we go along with the day-to-day news which is breaking, this alleged illegal old Goa bungalow has been forgotten by the media. So the activists, Mr. Anthony De Silva and Glenn Cabral, they held a protest at Azad, this Loya Maidan on that Saturday, and they wanted to raise this issue again. And earlier they have had a long protest in Old Goa. They have done a walk from Loya Chowk in Asolna to Old Goa, the feast of Saint Francis Xavier. And again on New Year's Eve, to express their dismay that no action has been taken, or the fora before which it is there, like for example the Directorate of Panchayat, nothing is happening, and that has gone and is now collecting dust.
See, the construction license is issued by the Panchayat. They are authorized to issue the construction license.
Yeah.
If any illegal activity is taking place in any village, a concerned Panch or the Sarpanch should be held responsible. The government should amend the Panchayati Raj Act, and this clause should be incorporated. If any illegal construction is coming up anywhere, the concerned Panch and the Sarpanch should be held responsible.
Yeah.
See, in this case also.
That is a very good suggestion.
Yeah.
Because generally it is in connivance with
the
Panchayat members that all these illegalities.
If at all nobody objected this bungalow, what would have happened? By this time, they would have got allotted house number also.
Yeah.
Got electricity, water connection, everything.
Yeah.
And everything was legalized.
Yeah.
Because people objected, because it is in a heritage zone, social activities and the heritage activity, they objected it, that illegality has came to light.
Yeah.
It is a bounden duty of a panchayat to take a action against illegal construction.
Yeah.
Why they have not taken? If somebody is going into court, court also should not grant any stay against such illegal construction. Court must ask whether you have a construction license, show first. Then only the court can interfere. They should make a provision in Panchayati Raj Act. Likewise, say some authority they have setting up. It is mentioned that you cannot go against this authority below High Court. You have to go in High Court. That rider they put. Such a rider they must put in Panchayati Raj Act. Anybody can take a stay order against construction license. If you don't have a construction license, you cannot approach a court. That rider they must put. Then that problem will be solved. Media is not forgotten the issue. The thing is that it is lying in a what is that judicial mechanism, quasi judicial or judicial mechanism, and it is taking their own time to decide. So media has not forgotten at all. I don't agree with that. But the thing is that the activist has a very right to protest. They protested. But the thing is that if government amend the Panchayati Raj Act and make the panchayat and the sarpanchas responsible for illegal construction, then the whole problem will be solved. Whole problem will be solved.
Okay. Then on 2nd of January, rather than a story, we take a photograph as a point of discussion. And this photograph, which is carried on the Herald on 2nd of January, says, "I love Goa, they say, by making Goa filthy and ugly." And the caption of the photograph is, "Same New Year, irresponsible tourism by drinking on the beach and even leaving broken glass on the beach continues even when the sun went down on 2022 and ushered in 2023. The tourists were spotted drinking in Kalangut beach on Sunday, even as the state had banned consumption of alcohol at public places." And there are a lot of media which carried news about tourists sleeping overnight on the beach, broken bottles, drinking, and this was all over. And also there were videos of public fights on the street among tourists after many of them were drunk, including breaking of bottles. And this is a very, very fearful face of tourism, because no Goan in his right senses would venture to these places, especially in the Bardez coastal belt, along with their families, because these are mostly male tourists. Most of them are drunk, so public drinking is allowed, because there was no policeman seen in some of the videos where gang fights are seen. and there is no police patrolling,
Yeah.
and nobody with his family would parade this side or take a chance on such type of streets. So this kind of tourism is just imprisoning the Goans into their houses, especially on big festivities like Christmas, New Year.
Yeah. If you look at this situation in isolation, there was a tourist police force in existence earlier.
Yeah.
Where is that force now? They merge everything in police department now.
Yeah.
There is no separate tourist police force first.
Yeah.
Secondly, when you welcome 1,000 of tourists at a particular stretch of the period,
Yeah.
what is the mechanism you have? You means the state have
Yeah.
to control and guide those tourists. Do not litter on a shore.
Yeah.
Only we are putting signboard. There are no volunteers.
Yeah.
Why can't you appoint a volunteers
Yeah.
for the implementation of rules?
Yeah.
You must request the tourists. Don't litter here and there. Secondly, if somebody is consuming a liquor publicly,
Yeah.
you must put a fine. Also, you must ensure that there are liquor shops in existence in the state of Goa.
Yeah.
Bars are there and also liquor shops are there.
Yeah.
They are selling single bottle to tourists. Where they will drink? On shore of the public.
Yeah.
They should ban first that.
Yeah.
If wholesale means wholesale, a box of liquor bottle you must purchase, not single.
Yeah.
They must make some rules. If somebody is taking 2 bottles or 3 bottles, they should ensure that it is traveling outside, not on is taking on
Otherwise they
beaches
should drink in the bars.
or bars.
Retail consumption.
But the thing is that the wholesale the shopkeepers also they are selling single bottle. Tourists are taking on the shore or public places that they are drinking. The educating or the awareness we must create in these shopkeepers also, because most of them are Goans.
Yeah.
You must convince them, don't sell this such retail liquors to tourists, so that this such kind of sins can be avoided in future.
Yeah.
And that is the thing.
Okay. And the last story that we take up pertaining to commuters still suffer due to Goa's poor last mile connectivity. And this story has to do with a lot of tourists who come to the state by using different modes of transport,
Yes.
especially railways. Now, if you see the railway stations, mainly Margaon railway station or Thivi railway station, or for that matter even Karmali, one is the commuters are compelled to walk. They are compelled to haggle or bargain, because the taxi system, the rickshaw system is not in place, and it is not cheap and efficient mode of transportation.
Yeah.
And we are just 48 hours away from the inauguration of MOPA. The landing of the flight. First flight at MOPA, that is on 5th of January.
Yeah.
Until now, we don't have a mobility plan in place. And as we speak, there is a press conference by the Kadamba Transport Corporation with regard to putting up buses. But it is not spelled out, at least to the press, how the mobility plan for MOPA will operate.
Forget about the MOPA. There is no efficient public transport system in the state of Goa. In other state, you can travel late night. From Panjim, if you want to go to Sivolim, there is no bus after 8:30. Forget about the remote. The Sivolim, which is a crowded place, after 8:30 from Panjim, there is no bus. From Sakli, there is 8:30 is the last bus. Mapsa, 9 o'clock is the last bus. 9:30 is a Margaon last bus. So what about the connectivity you are talking? From Netravali, Rivan, or for the sake the Kepe, Jambavali and all these areas, there is no connectivity at all. After certain period from the evening, after 6, there is no buses at all available for those people. So forget about the tourists. Daily commuters who are going for a job, for a bread earning, who leaves their home early, they are not sure in the evening they will get a bus. That is a state of affair we are facing.
Yeah.
So obviously tourists will suffer.
Yeah.
That is a different story. Tourists are bound to suffer because there is no adequate public transport system.
Yeah.
There should be a public transport system connecting at least some major cities like Pedne, Mapsa, Panji, Ponda, Margao, Vasco, Kankona. That should be connected 24 hours.
Yeah.
24 hours, the mobility should be there.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to catch a flight and he wants to travel by bus, there is no bus in a night.
Impossible.
You have to take your own vehicle or hire a taxi.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens that you pay 2,900 to travel to Mumbai and you pay 3,000 to reach airport
Yeah.
in a night.
That is the irony.
That is irony. That is irony.
Yeah.
So strengthening the public transport system is the only solution to get away with all these problems.
Okay. So, the last mile connectivity and
Yeah.
even day-to-day travel for commuters has to improve in Goa, and we have to have a comprehensive mobility plan, especially if we are trumpeting that we are the #1 destination,
Yeah.
tourist destination in the country. So, on that note, we conclude this edition of the week that was. I thank Mr. Avit Bagle, the editor of Dainik Herald, for being on this program and for enlightening us with his opinion and analysis. We hope that you will join again next week. Keep watching Herald TV.